Welcome to the Journeyman Show. I am your host, Afi Sana. My English name is the Clarke, but you can call me Afi, the Clarke. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me this evening. If you want to interact with us on all social media platforms, just comment hashtag the Journeyman Show or hashtag Afi the Clarke. But before that, your headlines. Yemba is so back from the shadow realm as he edged a victory against fellow countryman Jean-Jacques Lubaya.
To the winner by split decision, the blue corner,
Chef Nomvemve, ladies and gentlemen. He got a finish against EFC prospect Zhane Thannous after surviving a nasty kimura. Justin Captain Spandy Sailor Clarke weathers the storm against Abdoulaye Kane and nukes him, proving that the best base for MMA is bop and fleece.
by the winner by TKO through the strikes on the red corner, Justin
Hannah Griffith Magomedov defends her Enigma Invitational title against Kara in a masterclass of top control. Nkosi Ndebele gets another victory in PFL after defeating Michelle Clemente from Italy, while Faeez Jacobs, the EFC bantamweight champion, stares him down. Could this be the match to make? The match that Africa wants to see?
All three judges scored this bout 30-27. Declaring your winner by unanimous decision in the red corner.
Let's start with EFC. Let's start with EFC because EFC was on Thursday, and we had a whole, I think, 12 out of 12. All the card, every fight on the card ended up in a finish. That is crazy. That is crazy stats. And one of the finishes came from Siyakudumisa Nomvemve, my boy, the chef. Man, I don't know. I think I need to stop interacting with these fighters now because Zhane Thannous, big fan. Big fan. Sia, come on, bro. Dude was giving me hugs at submission keys. So I never know who to root for, how to react when there's a KO or a win or something, right? Because your favorite fighter's losing, your favorite fighter's winning. One of your favorite fighters winning, right? So, but big shout outs to them for putting on a fight of the night. Fight of the night for EFC. And Sia Nomvemve weathered the storm, right? I wouldn't say he weathered the storm because he didn't like he was in peril when Zhane Thannous sinked in that guillotine. No, the Kimura, sorry. So the mere fact that, because I thought it was done, but like shout outs to Sia Nomvemve for remaining calm. I think he was also talking to his coach while the guillotine was, the Kimura was in, sorry. And it just shows the level of showmanship in this man. I fucking love Sia, man. And yeah, apparently this was a #1 contenders fight, but I don't know, because we have Shadrack Msuwa, Babli, who is currently Blamby, who is currently itching to get back in the cage, and ever since his accident, he lost out on the title shot. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's Chef versus Shadrack next, which is another fucking fight I don't want to see none of the guys lose. You know, I fucking hate the sport, man, and I love it at the same time. You know, cause like your favorite fighter is gonna beat your other favorite fighter. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. Let's move on to PFL. Let's move on to PFL. We got Justin, Captain, Spundy, Sailor, Clarke. What the fuck, bro? He blew the roof out of that arena on Friday. He blew the roof out of that arena, and weathering the storm. Like, Abdullah Khane is this behemoth of a human. Even on the stare down, like their body type, right? Their body type. Justin is wide, yes. But Abdullah is like a mountain. He's like a mountain, 7 feet tall. I could be wrong. But he's because he was towering over the cage. You can see his head over the cage, right? But shout out to Team CIT, because they had a game plan, and they had Dricus du Plessis in the corner and Coach Mornay Visser. But like, I want to thank Dricus and I want to thank Coach Mornay. But like one person that I've seen him working tirelessly with Justin Clarke. Shout out Joshua Detroit, man. Shout out Joshua Detroit, because I think he is Justin's sparring partner. An 18-year-old sparring partner was, I would say, mostly responsible for that KO, because I think he put Justin through the pressure. And he made sure that Justin sparked. You know, like the spark during the storm, when the hail was pouring down, when it was a Hail Mary, a hail of fists. I would say a hail of fists from Abdullah Khane. Justin just did it. He threw an overhand left, if I'm not mistaken, and he caught the big guy. He caught the big guy for the land. It just shows, man. Poppin' fleece, bro, in Pretoria, because the odds had Justin 5-1. 5-1. Fucking should have. I should have bet my fucking salary on that. I should have bet my salary on that. But hey, but I said it on the podcast, I said it on the Head Kick podcast. Justin Clarke knows how to weather the storm and defy the odds. He knows how to defy the odds, right? And man, I think Justin is the best heavyweight in Africa right now, right? Yeah, Justin Clarke is a king of Africa, the real king of Africa, because everybody knows. If Abdullah Khane had not need Geoffrey Holton, he would be the champion. But hey, man, it is what it is. It's a new day. We have the king of Africa in South Africa. Boys, I can't wait. Because who's next for Justin right now? Who's next? Maybe it couldn't be Geoffrey Holton, right? Because he was a PFL finalist. So I'm guessing we're gonna have to run it back. Justin Clarke versus Abraham Babili. And I think Justin has the potential to beat Babli again. You know, not again, to face Babli again and come out victorious. Because I think this is the time to run it back, you know. Maybe they run it back December, who knows. But like, keep my boy active. Keep my boy active and let's run it. Let's run it. But like, yeah, that was crazy though. My grandmother sent me a message asking me, did I wash the dishes? I sent her a picture of Yemba, the Baba Yaga, because the dishes were not washed. They were not washed. So Yemba is not washed, ladies and gentlemen. I am so happy and relieved that my boy got that win, because both fighters are actually my favorite fighters. Jean-Jacques Lubaya is one of my favorite Congolese fighters. Yemba was my previous training partner, right? So the mere fact that both of them didn't get KO'd, it went to a decision. I say it's the best decision I could ever gotten, you know. Both of them were coming off a loss from PFL Joburg, and ever since then, I've been worried. Now we have to worry about Jean-Jacques, because he's 0-2 in the PFL. We have to worry about Jean-Jacques. But enough about Jean-Jacques. Let's give Yemba his moments, right? Because I was kind of scared. I was kind of petrified, you know, because I did a video with him. I'll run the video just now. Just let me play you the video. Him to sign this. He's gonna hate this.
Yo, piece of shit. Piece of shit. But bring it.
Bring it. Baba Yaga getting head kick KO by Sankariste. Sankariste signed it.
I kicked up more people in a head. This hasn't been a matter, bro. Enjoy that. That's the last you're gonna see.
Let's go, baby. It's Baba Yaga signing. Hey man, glad to have you back from the Shadow Realm, boy.
I'm gonna whoop your ass after this. Right after this fight, I'm beating you up.
Let's
I'm
go.
coming to you, bro.
That's my boy, Baba Yaga signing. Come on, man. Who can love this guy? Yeah, you see, as you can see, I literally got Yemba to sign the picture of him getting head kick KO'd by Sankara at PFL Joburg. I know it's diabolical, but I loved it. I loved every minute of it. You know, I think we need most of that. We need that banter in the MMA scene. You know, we don't need people just being PC, you know, trying to please the fighters. Let's get a bunch of shit talking. But like, fortunately, Yemba, as much of a cunt I am, Yemba's a very nice person and he's a good sport. The mere fact that he literally signed the poster that Sankara also signed, it just shows, I would say, the greatness of the sport that we're currently in, man. Come on, like the mere fact that he signed it and Sankara said, there's no bad blood, you know, and Sankara recently just lost his fight. Who knows? We might get him a rematch. You know, we might get him a rematch and we'll see where that goes. But ladies and gents, Yemba is not washed. He is back in the winning column. And who knows what's next? Because he fought his fellow countrymen. And I did hear him say, because I saw the Chichi's Combat Corner had a video of him asking the PFL to take a fight or a PFL event to the DRC. So who knows? Yemba main eventing a PFL card in the DRC. Who knows? Because Yemba is not washed. Yeah, that was a very, very closely contested fight. I didn't know who won at the fight at the event because emotions were high. But yeah, let's talk about Nkosi Ndebele. Let's talk about Nkosi Ndebele. He's currently not in the PFL Africa circuit. He's PFL Global now because he had an Italian that he had to deal with, which kind of was confusing at first, But I guess they wanted him to main event in his home country in front of his daughter, and he showed up. Nkosi showed up. Nkosi showed up, and the mere fact that even the dance, he was dancing on the walkout. My boy has the star power. He has the star power, but I think we might have a boogeyman in the mists. We might have a boogeyman in the midst. We have Faeez Jacobs. I have a picture of Faeez staring Nkosi Ndebele as he was walking out the cage. Let me show it to you. That was the picture of Faeez Jacobs staring down Nkosi Ndebele, right? Maybe that's the fight to make. That's the most, because I wasn't happy about I didn't know who Clemente was. And for a PFL Africa card, we needed something. We need a PFL Africa main event. We needed something to light wind up my ass crack. To blow wind up my ass crack. Light a fire up my balls. We needed that. And I think this is the fight to make. I might not be the matchmaker, but I am the noise maker. So I will make the noise required to get this fight done. Faeez Jacobs versus Nkosi Ndebele is the one fight in Africa everybody wants to see. Besides Dricus du Plessis fighting in home country, we want to see Faeez Jacobs versus Nkosi Ndebele. But hey man, who knows? Nkosi Ndebele is looking to the stars. And we have a champion back home in Faeez Jacobs, who's outgrown the EFC. He's outgrown the EFC. He's just too big. He's kicking Sibusiso's head like it's a rugby ball. He had a fucking back take, Kimura back take against the Australian cunt he fought. And cunt is a good word. It means buddy in Australian, so that wasn't an insult. He beat the Australian cunt. But hey, and he weathered the storm. Let's not forget about that. He weathered the storm. But let's not dwell into that. I might have high blood pressure because of that. Nkosi Ndebele versus Faeez Jacobs. Please make it. Right? What's next? Next we went to Enigma Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Enigma Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. There was an absolute tournament, I think, female tournament, where we had a bunch of people, man. We had a bunch of people. It was a female tournament. There was guys also. There were super fights. I had a fight there, but my coach said, "You've been drinking too much, my boy. They will fuck you up." And I'm king of the white belts, but I do listen to my coach. I do listen to my coach, okay? So I didn't duck. I was listening to my coach. But catch me next time, man. What's his name again? Let me check his name. Let me give him recognition. We'll go to Enigma, right? Enigma. They've given me, who's this guy? Joshua Khalidz. He's like Joshua Khalidz. You know I'm bad with names. I have dyslexia or something. Or maybe I'm just lazy at reading, but yeah, Joshua Khalidz and accepted the fight. My coach said no, but let's not focus on that. We had my teammate Neve. Is it Neve Holland or something? Let's see. It's Neve. Not Neve. Neve Roland. She got beat in the semis against the girl that was in the finals against Hannah Griffin. Griffith. Hannah Griffith, her, right? And she got caught in a triangle. Hey man, guilty of that. But yeah, I didn't see the fight. I didn't see her first fight because I saw she tore that girl a new asshole. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, Hannah Griffin, still undefeated, still the champion, invitational champion, still the Enigma Invitational Open champion. Walked away with 20,000 rand. That's a lot of money. But I am very concerned about the way the action that was in that match. Hannah was top control the whole time. Right? Let me just show you a few clips from that. That was it. Top control the whole time. Right? And shout out to, was it Kara? Let me check her name. Enigma. Let me check her name. I should have wrote this down, but I didn't. But yeah, what's her name again? I think it's Kara, right? Yeah, Kara, that's her name. I'll get her. I'll put her surname here. I'll put a picture here. That's Kara. And man, she was trying to get up, but just 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I think also with that level of contest for a title, I don't think one 20-minute round is it. I don't think one 20-minute round is it, because it does get stale and boring. Maybe I would say to Enigma, if they're listening, I hope they're listening. Maybe divide those 20 minutes into like maybe 5 4-minute rounds, so that we can have a lot of action. Because otherwise we're just gonna have Hannah Megadov just sitting on somebody, top control the whole time. And I know it's free, but I wanted my money back. I wanted my money back because because like I get it, like it's still part of the sport. I might be a casual if I don't appreciate top control, but like I want submission. I want a faster pace. Because like we can't have somebody being on top of somebody for 17 minutes, and that's just it. I don't know. Just divide that, because I know because we're basically giving the person that's being mounted a chance to get up, recalibrate, recalibrate. So that's my 2 cents. King of the white belts, after the Clarke, Enigma Jiu Jitsu, please don't give us 1 20-minute round. Give us 4 5-minute rounds or 5 4-minute rounds. Then we'll see more action. Then we'll see if these Dagestani type of grapplers are who they are, right? If it's top control like Jemaya versus Griffith Duplessis, we'll get it, right? But like I said, please, Enigma, give us rounds in these absolute title fights. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our serious news segment. But we have a new segment also. We have a Mumish of the week. Mumish of the week. I love this week. I love this Mumish of the week. Because we have fist to fist the apparent queen of MMA. Horrible picks over the weekend at PFL. Horrible picks. She didn't want to pick which Nigerian against Juliet Uka and Osigwe were gonna lose. Alright? But Sankara lost. She picked her. Fa! She picked him. Sorry. She picked him. But the one that I relish on is the 2 South Africans. First of all, she said, this is what she said.
So again, leave the team out of this. I do not care.
No. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know that I'm just letting
no
you
matter
know
the team
that
you
that's
mentioned.
also
No matter
in
the
the
team
card.
you
That's
mentioned.
also
I
in
don't
the
want
card.
to. I don't want to hear no teams. Those fighters are in there alone with their coaches. So again, I do not care about your team, the gyms. And listen, I'm not
Isn't
just
the
saying it
coach
for
part
Justin.
of the team though?
But again, that's why you talk about game plan. You don't just walk into a cage with confidence. What if Kane is able to negate Justin's game plan? Because these are some of the things that their coaches are supposed to be training them for. Not just it's a fight, you guys should go and slug it out and see who wins. Babley came out with the best game plan. That Clarke was left with nothing. So that's when I said it's a clash of styles. But if these guys decide to stand and bang, someone is still going down. But it's going to be in one fighter's advantage.
If Abdoulaye Kane can negate, if Abdoulaye Kane can negate Justin Clarke's plan, his game plan, and if these guys were to stand and bang, it's gonna be highly favored for the other guy, which is Abdoulaye Kane.
That's the beginning of the end, buddy.
Huge combination.
Oh my God!
Whoa! Oh my goodness! Pretoria goes absolutely mad.
Oh my goodness!
But we have my boy, Justin Spundy Sailor Clarke, with that dog in him. That dog. Nuked. Kane. Overhand right. And I know that plane ride was fucking quiet as hell. I know that fucking plane ride was quiet as hell. So Justin Clarke, you are one half of the people that made me happy this weekend. Secondly, Peace. X marks the spot in Nguphane. My brother, I heard what she said to you. She agrees to disagree. Because you are the combat jiu-jitsu champion at Submission Kings in South Africa. I don't have my medal. I would show my medal again. Second place. Second place, right? The Mumish, this is what she said.
Go grapple. I'm the fighter. That's why I'm the champion in combat jiu-jitsu. Because the strikes, I'm the fighter. I'm the guy that fights. I'm the guy that will make it happen.
We agree to disagree, but let's move on to the next question.
Declaring your winner by unanimous decision from the blue corner.
To the best in Africa, ladies and gentlemen, that's what she said. To the best in Africa. Why am I calling Peace the best in Africa? He just defeated the champion. Yes, N'Tchalá was getting beat. He was getting beat like he was a stepchild. Sorry, Peter. Right? He was getting beat like it was a stepchild before Shido just decided not to come out the corner. But still a champion, still has the belt. Was the person who had the $100,000 cash. $100,000 cash. But ladies and gentlemen, Peace Nguphane shocked the world. But I seen it. I saw that. I was with him on fight week. He looked in the best shape of his life. He looked in the best shape of his life. And he was carrying the promotion. Peace Nguphane was carrying the promotion. You did like self-defense seminars, interviews. The boy worked hard, ladies and gentlemen, but he still showed up on the night. So Mumish of the week, Lady Lois, fist to fist. Put some respect on South African. I think there's this thing where South African blue belts just chow international brown belts. So I think we should call this Mzansi Jiu Jitsu. Because who said peace ain't got no Jiu Jitsu? Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Journeyman Show. I am your host, Aki the Kraken. Until next time, remember, this is the show that you do not want to be on. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. Just don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, Aki the Kraken, the channel Aki the Kraken. It used to be Elite Slap Sports, now it's Aki the Kraken, because we're doing so much for the MMA community. It's time to do so much more. Let's become #1 in the world in MMA coverage. Let's make MMA great again. Ladies and gentlemen, from me and Pikachu, we love you.